Aboriginals didn't really have tribes as we have them here. So a tribe could be typically 20 people, 15.
Just groups rather
yeah,
than tribes.
very, very small. And there were lots of different ones.
And their languages were totally different.
And what happens in the elections, one of the election platforms, more or less for every party that's come into power in my lifetime, is we are going to fix the Aboriginal problem. And so what they do, they come in and they spend a large amount of money. And so, for instance, when I was working in the Northern Territory, you're not allowed to go onto Aboriginal reserves. You have to be invited or you have to have a permit. But I went on to some, and I went on to one which had been built by one of these government promises, we're going to fix the Aboriginal problem. So out there in a town of about 500 people, they built a replica of an Australian suburb. I was there. So there are footpaths, concrete footpaths. There are curb and channeling. And every family had a house. More basic perhaps than we would have, but it was definitely a house with a roof and windows and all the facilities and things, the bathroom. And the Aboriginal people wouldn't live in the house. And they said, we'd rather live on the front lawn and we'll give us some canvas and we'll make a tent, and that's where we don't. The house kind of gives us the willies. And then they built a community centre. This is, I could talk for a long time, but I won't. But this is a striking example. So they built a community centre which would accommodate about 150 people. It had a raised stage. It had lights that revolved around like that so they could have a disco. It had a sound system. It had everything. And the school teacher took me there. All of the wiring had been pulled out. It was as though it had been bombed. Everything that could be sold was taken. And the Aboriginals were, in a way, as far as I'm concerned, as I could understand it, were saying, this is your idea of what we want. It's not our idea. And so we're going to pull it apart. And they built large toilet blocks and showers, hot showers, kind of open. I mean, no roof on it, but very nice facilities. And within about a month, they were no longer working.
Fittings were gone.
Because this sounds awful, but the Aboriginal folks didn't want to flush the toilet. They've got ways of dealing with their own human waste, which is probably quite a good thing in the desert situation. But so politicians come, we've got a big checkbook, we're going to give you a lot of money and we're going to build it according to our mind, what we think would be really nice for you out here. And they kind of sit back and watch, yes, okay, nice you're doing that. And then when they get possession, now this may be different now, so I'm talking 30 years ago, when they got possession, they said, no, this isn't our idea and we're not going to live like you are trying to make us live. We're still people of the desert. It's complex.
It'd be